dive back into the conversation, I want us to do our first little game. Are you ready, Mark?
I am ready.
Okay, this one's kind of built for you, so I hope you'll enjoy it. This game is called Metaphor Matchup. And what we're going to do is I have 3 or 4 prompts. I don't know if I'll do all 4. Where basically I want you to explain blank using the imagery or in the terms of blank, right? So I'll tell you a concept and what the metaphor is, and I'd like you to try to explain it that way.
Okay, we're going to give it our best shot.
I know you like metaphors, so I think you're going to do good.
I
and
do
for
like
everyone
metaphors.
that we like, we'll give you a point. Okay,
Yep.
Cool. All right. So, number 1 is explain go-to-market using the concept of cooking meat.
Cooking meat.
Mm-hmm. And that in particular because I'm remembering that your son is quite into a lot of ways of cooking meat in particular. So,
okay, so
yes.
One way to kind of think about this is that while there are always times for a high temperature sear, very dramatic, very, all that kind of stuff, right? A lot of the time, maybe even most of the time, you're talking about a relatively low temperature, slow and slow kind of approach.
Mm-hmm.
This is not just, barbecue brisket time that we're talking about here. Any time that you do what's called a reverse sear, where you put steak in the oven at like 220, right, for any number of minutes, whatever is right for the weight of the steak, right, to get the core roasted, and then you sear on high flame to give it its presentation and its crust and all that kind of stuff. I would say that is one way to answer your question. I mean, I think that it is always about who's going to eat it, not the preferences of the chef.
Ooh, that's a scandalous take, given I know a lot of high-end chefs prefer to cook things a certain way and don't like to take requests.
Yeah, no, I know. I know, and I have actually seen that. So I kind of, through my son and my own kind of quasi interest in cooking, right? I kind of have lived on the peripheral edges of restauranting, and I've seen that, right? And I would say that it is never something that is appreciated by the customer.
Yeah.
Right. It's kind of like the sommelier, the wine steward, that gets all snooty about wine choices. That's very off-putting for the customer. You're not trying to put your customer off. You want them to go, wow, not only was that great, but I was treated so well and it was so nice.
Yeah.
That's it's about the total experience.
Yeah.
So when we talk about CX in B2B, and yet we are force feeding stuff to people, we are hypocrites. I mean, that's a very strong statement, and I realize that, but I think that's exactly the way that our customers see us.
Yeah, so it's a matter of not only making sure that that steak or whatever it is cooked properly and cooked evenly with the right combination of slow cooking and searing, but it's also a matter of, are we cooking the right thing in the first place? Are we serving this to a vegetarian?
Yeah, no,
Right?
absolutely.
Are we serving pork to Muslims? Because we don't want to do that.